How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about the latest biotech stock that's on my radar, and I just bought it. So this is a really interesting company that is working to help cure rare blindness diseases, also looking to cure deafness in the future too. They're in clinical trials right now. They've had some positive results, and they just raised some cash. Analysts expect them to go up to about $19 to $20 a share, which I'll show towards the end. And it's sitting right around $7 right now. So $7 to $8 right now, but I don't think it will stay here for too long because of their groundbreaking studies. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. If you guys want to hear about this stuff a little bit earlier, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. I tell them about what I'm doing and what I'm buying right away. Also, there's a link down there if you want to sign up for WeBull. You can deposit $100 and get some free stocks. It helps out the channel a lot, so I appreciate that. There's also a link down there to BlockFi if you want an interest rate on your cryptocurrency. So if you want to get up to 8.6% on some of your cryptocurrencies and on some of your stablecoins, you can check out that link down below. And, please hit subscribe if you haven't done that too. So the company we're looking at today is AGTC. The name of the company is Applied Genetic Technologies Corporation. Now, I just bought this at about $7.30. It jumped afterwards. This is a really interesting company because it's sitting around $330 million right now, but what they're doing is groundbreaking. So they are in the rare disease segment of biotech. They are working to help cure blindness, and they had a study recently, and I want to give a shout out to Dr. Dean Investing. He's a doctor that talks about biotech stocks. Great YouTuber to follow if you want to hear more about biotech stocks. He really hit on a lot of the science behind this. I listened to the whole video multiple times over. I looked through the investor presentation. I want to hit on some of that, but I want to hit more on the results because this is not my area of expertise. Like, I can't walk you through off the top of my head how cones in the eye work, but what they found was they have very positive results in January 2021 that support previous presented positive patient-reported outcomes and provided a path forward to collect additional data to fully realize the potential of the ACHM therapy. They reported additional phase 1/2 XLRP clinical trial data. They say here that they had durable improvements observed in visual sensitivity and visual acuity over a wide dose range with a favorable safety profile out to month 12 in 2 of the dose groups. So really, really good data here. They also had a recent share offering, a public offering of shares that gave them runway into 2023. So after looking into this more, what they're doing is they are helping cure blindness. You can see here some of the heat maps in the eye. After 12 months of this therapy, they had a lot more heat in here, which obviously is a good thing. Now, they also, if you look, you can see, and I don't think I can play it because of the sound, but they gave a dog this kind of medicine, and basically they showed it just bumping into walls, and it was in the middle of the day, it was bright, and it was just bumping into things because of its blindness. But then after several months of this kind of therapy, it actually could walk through the maze afterwards, which is just amazing. Now, there is going to be a handful of potential catalysts moving for this in the future, because remember, this is not like a company that has just made some kind of product and then just has to sell the product. It's not like a 3D printing company like NNDM. What they have to do is they need to go through a bunch of trials. They have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So you can see here some of their different clinical trials. They have their XLRP system that's in phase 2 expansion. They have ACHM phase 1/2, and they go all the way down to just proof of concept. So they have deafness trials that they're trying to get proof of concept. They have age-related macular degeneration. I think this is going to be really interesting because there are a lot of catalysts moving forward for it. And basically last year they had entered into a strategic collaboration with Autonomy Inc., which is OTIC, which is a biopharmaceutical company dedicated to the development of innovative therapeutics for neurology. So they are working with other companies towards this. and there are some potential catalysts. Now, they do have a long runway, which I love to see. Right now, they are moving up pretty quickly. As you can see, they're sitting at, let's reload the page here, $7.62. I am not going to sell this, though. If it runs up to $8, if it runs up to $9, $10, I'm not planning on that. This is a high risk, high reward play in my mind. So this is one of those things that it's not technically a penny stock because it's not under $5, but it's in at $330 million. I realize that this is a risky play. I'm putting a very small part of my portfolio, but I'm putting about what I usually put in penny stocks, and I've been doing really well with it. We have been doing really well in general, and I'll show you the analyst expectations in a second, but I'm doing something similar to what I did with BNGO. It's almost the exact same amount as what we put into BNGO, which we bought in at $1.25. They're actually at pretty similar market caps. When I invested in BNGO is around 300 million. Actually, I believe it was almost exactly 300 million. Same thing with Sens, right? Sens is sitting around a $2 billion market cap, but when I invested in it, it was about 500 to 600 million, I believe. So both of these companies were ones that I invested in pretty early on and felt good about, and this was just even a couple months ago. TTOO is another one we bought in at below $2, right? We bought in at, I think, $2.40 and then put more money in at $2.15. But this is another company that I think could just do quite well. I think that what they're doing is something that I really want to see for, just science in general. I think what they're doing is really positive. I think they're having really good results. And again, they have a lot of runway and they've gotten really good results so far. Now, analysts also expect this to go up. I look at analyst expectations, but I don't give them a ton of weighting, right? So I'm not just buying into companies because analysts think they're going to go up, because a lot of them are paid in different ways. A lot of them have different reasons for giving certain price targets. But, I would much rather see them have a high price target than a low price target. The price target on this one is a strong buy, and it's almost $20. So they're saying there's about 160% upside. And these are some of the analysts that cover it. A lot of them are 5 stars. A lot of them are 4-star analysts, according to tip ranks. So this is what we're looking at now. Whenever I talk about a stock like this, there could be some kind of dump off, but just know I'm not planning on selling this because it goes up a couple dollars in the short term. I think this is a company that I want to hold, at least for a swing trade, right? I'm not going to try to day trade this now that it's up, 10% or whatever it is. This is one that I want to hold on to for a while. So just keep that in mind. Pay attention to this. If it drops, it might be a good time to buy in. Even if it doesn't drop, it might be a good time to buy in. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. Definitely check out Dr. Dean's channel too. I think that he provides a lot of value that, honestly, I can't provide. I can't walk you through the logistics of what they're doing and how their therapy works and all that stuff real in depth. But I feel like it's one of those things where I can understand what's happening, but I can't necessarily go off the cuff and explain it to other people yet. But again, this is something that I think is very interesting. We've been doing well with these before, but just always diversify. That's something that I always preach. Even though I can't tell you what to do, even though I can't give advice, I suggest diversifying because you never know what can happen with some of these smaller market cap stocks. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. And there is that link down to Patreon. If you want to get this earlier, I bought it at $7.30. You can hear about it a little bit earlier if you follow that Patreon. And we have some exciting things coming up in there. We have someone that's going to help us with logistics, make it a lot smoother, maybe run some contests and stuff like that. We also are working with another person that's going to, talk to us about some SPACs earlier on, or their different ideas with SPACs, because they're kind of a SPAC expert. So if you want to get in on that, definitely check out the link down below. I appreciate that. And if you guys want, you can check out all the other links down there too to BlockFi if you want some interest on your cryptocurrency, and also WeBull. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.